Want to welcome y'all back to the podcast, Revelation Through Conversation. I'm your host, Ken Brown, with my co-host,
Jay Brown.
Hey, today's topic, real talk, no filter.
Yeah.
It's just guys sitting around conversating. We got a couple of questions we're going to talk about. We just going to invite the audience in, let y'all know how I get down with guys sitting around and just talking. First question we got, if you could only receive loyalty or respect from your woman, which would it be? Who want to pop it off for? Hey,
Pop it off. Okay.
I'm gonna let the
I kick it
vets
off,
go.
man.
I'm gonna let the
Go
vets
ahead.
go, man. Go ahead.
I'm gonna kick it off, man. I'm gonna say respect, man. Yeah, you got to give me my respect. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
understand. People want loyalty. I agree with that, but if I got to pick one, it's gonna be respect. You know what I'm saying? Because in a relationship, it depends on how it's set up, man. I mean, you may not. I want you to respect me enough to, represent me when I ain't with you. You know what I'm saying? You and me when I ain't with you. Move out here, move around. How you move with other people or interact with other people, you never know, man.
Yeah.
I need my respect, bro. Just give me my respect. That's what I want.
okay.
I'm gonna
And
say
it,
I'm gonna follow the same thing. I'm gonna say respect though, because it kind of trickle into loyalty after a while. Because you respect them. If you can respect me and my faith, I mean, you got a little loyalty that you know. You got a little loyalty about yourself that you gonna respect him in front of you, whoever it is, my woman. To my. So it's like I think respect because it's like if you can respect me, like you said, I don't want to say the same exact thing, but if you can respect me in private, that means you're gonna respect me out in public too. You know what I'm talking about? So that's how I say respect.
gonna jump in there, Rob.
I say respect. Respect is the foundation of a relationship. Respect is the first thing you encounter when you meet your other significant other. If you form respect, all the other principles and morals will fall behind and fall in line. So, with that being said, integrity. If you gonna respect me in my face, respect me behind my back. You know what I'm saying? And then loyalty will fall behind that. Trustworthiness, companionship. Respect me as a leader. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you as a man, you're a provider, protector, and if your woman don't respect you, she's just another female in the house, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, there's two females in the house, man. You need a
Yeah,
man. You need that respect as a man. You know what I'm saying, to lead your household. And if you ain't got no respect, it's just
Yeah.
blind.
Yeah.
yeah,
Jeff, come on, man.
Oh yeah, I'm going with respect though because I feel like that's a substance that I stand on. So and I want to reciprocate it back. So I stand on respect though. Everything else is just just a facade, loyalty, all that. So
Mm,
I'm gonna say give me my respect because you can show that through action, words. You know what I'm saying? You can show it through. You know what I'm saying? Even everything. Though you can show that through more than what you can. Even energy. So what I'm saying, just show
okay.
me my respect. That's
yeah.
it.
Hey, I would agree with you guys, but like me and my brother were talking about it. I told him this.
You gonna
I
go
say,
against the
man,
grain?
hey, I
Yeah.
told him, I said, she can respect you enough to make sure she don't get caught cheating, bro.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm
Oh,
No,
saying?
but
True,
but
true,
but
Because
true.
like
That's
real
it.
talk, and check it
That's
out.
real.
Check it out. You know how we done been at the workplace, and it's it can be male or female. They got a significant other, they married, and they
Yeah.
around here
Hmm.
in everybody's face. You be looking like, dang, ain't you married? But then you also got the ones that they doing what they do on the side, but they doing it in a respectful way. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that just to just play
Yeah,
devil advocate.
okay.
So
yeah,
you saying you go?
yeah.
What you say you picking? What you choosing?
I agree with everybody, respect, but just to
But the question
Oh,
only one though. The
yeah,
question
yeah.
only
I got
one.
you. I see what you're saying. I got
I'm
you.
just
Question only
saying, like
one.
we all pick a respect, but like I said, she can respect you enough to make sure, hey, I'm gonna do it in a way where I don't get caught and don't have them out here
Yeah.
looking
true.
crazy. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
But
Yeah.
Yeah,
but But you can't worry about too much of that though, for you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying.
But that
You know what
respect
I'm
gonna
saying.
make them. They'll make them not be
Yeah,
out here wilding out. You know what I'm
yeah, I
saying?
feel like the
Yeah,
respect is
They gonna,
no,
you know.
everything entwined with one though. So you
Yeah, you
know,
can't have one without the other.
it's like a push and pull. Respect.
Yeah,
If
Yeah.
you had to pick
yeah.
one, of course, you know,
Yeah.
everybody
I'm
assuming
going for respect every time.
it
You
go.
know what I'm
You know,
saying?
everybody assume it go for both. But you know, what I'm saying, say you speaking
Yeah,
to somebody that want to hear it.
yeah.
Hey, I want my respect. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of
yeah,
them
Yeah.
things though. You
Because if I
know, I
pick
don't.
loyalty, you can come home every day and talk to me crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get
That's
off,
what I'm saying.
I get
That's
off
why I
work.
said
You
that
know what I'm saying? Ain't
loyalty.
no
uh,
You
food,
can
ain't
be
no food
loyal.
cooked. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa.
yeah,
I can
Yeah.
get off work. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
You can be talking to me crazy. I've been going to war all day at work with these people. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, for sure, for
So
sure.
I need that respect.
man, run your own.
Because
You know what I'm saying? Every
I
day,
think
go. Oh yeah,
respect go into the peace too though. Cause man want his peace in anything, you know. Give me my peace and they go with respect. Cause you can be loyal and disrespectful, that peace
Yeah.
hit different. So
yeah.
that's how I look at it too. I want peace. As you get older, that peace hit different. So
Okay. All right. We're gonna move on to the next one. Is the I don't need a man mindset destroying relationships by making women think they don't need men? Who wanna hop on that one first?
I'm gonna say yeah, but I'm gonna just single out, you know, just the black culture, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that I encounter. You feel what I'm saying? Cause I
Mm-hmm.
say even, and it just sound crazy. I'm just being real. Like even you can see that on the TV shows. You know, they public. You know, on TV show they show us as the bad person,
Yeah.
for as the you know they don't need no man. They got these people. You know, they got government or
all
whatever, and
propaganda.
that's what
How
they
they
want. You feel what I'm
send
saying?
yeah.
false messages. Yeah,
Yeah. So the EBT, all that they want that to just say, okay, yeah, they know if they put the black men out the house it'll be a war, you know, and they know they'll depend on them. So it's like I say, yeah, it is for the black community. You feel what I'm saying? So
Okay.
Hey, ask the question again. What's the question?
Is the I don't need a man mindset destroying relationships by making women think they don't need men?
I feel like it is. I feel like
yeah,
I feel like it all boiled down to the person as well. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say a lot of people go into let's just say for dating purposes. Let's say a female coming in the situation. You know what I'm saying? They come in with their guards up. You know what I'm saying? And they let you know from the gate, oh man, I don't need you, but how you think they gonna make me feel if we in this thing together? It's like,
mm,
I mean, you know, it made me feel like eventually you gonna move around. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I don't need a man. That mentality is I deal with that. Oh, I hear that every day at work, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got this by myself. I pay, I pay this. But you tired, sis. You tired as
yeah,
hell. You tired. So
yeah,
I feel like yeah, it is.
Hey, I want to touch on what you were saying, Jeremy, like in our culture. I feel like too, like mostly like what I be seeing black women be saying that they don't
yeah.
need
Real
Yeah,
talk.
like they
Yeah,
100%.
don't need us.
yeah.
You know, you don't see other cultures saying they don't need their
Real
men.
talk.
and they
And
Yeah,
that's why I was getting it.
yeah.
yeah. But if this is how you starting off a conversation with people, man, for me that's the sign of hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's a sign of hurt for me. You hear women, I
Yeah,
women see that all day. Proud. I don't need you. I can do this myself. You know what I'm saying? I never said you couldn't, but it can be better
exactly.
if we rock out together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say yeah. I believe that I don't need a man attitude is a miscon, and I'm speaking from the black community. I believe that I don't need a man attitude is a misconception on the women's part because all our lives we was taught a complete household has a man, woman, and children.
Mm-hmm.
And without a man, there is no structure. There's
hmm
not he cannot lay his ground. A man has to lay the groundwork, and then the woman build off what the man has laid down. That I don't need a man 24/7. I think that there is a bad representation of a black woman. I also believe that us men, you know, we want dependent women, but you want to dash independent. Like, I need you to operate in case I go down. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I think it's just the attitude that our black community, our women carry amongst each other. So I believe that
yeah,
is destroying households, and that's destroying even you know you being in a relationship.
Relationship, yeah.
You know what
Hell
I'm
yeah.
saying? How you don't need a man, but you riding around here all four of your tires bald. You know what I'm saying? Your oil light on. You know what I'm saying? So,
Check his like.
and then, you know, if people want to go to religion, you know, God made Adam and Eve, not just Eve and Eve and Eve. You know what I'm saying? So I believe men, and that's vice versa. We need women. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah,
100%.
real talk. Yeah.
100%.
A woman will mellow
Hmm.
a man out. We come up so rough, you know, rough and hard that we don't know when we destroying something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we taught to take an aggressive approach with everything we touch. But a woman will come to you and be like, hey, think from this way. You know, have emotional intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Let me be your emotional support and let me show you emotional intelligence. And then therefore, you know, you start thinking about a whole lot of stuff instead of attacking. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's 70 say you'll say, Rob, you'll say we need each other,
we
pretty
need
much,
each
right?
other. Yeah, to be
Yeah.
Yeah.
equipped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying? To
got you.
complete a whole picture. You know what I'm saying? A picture ain't gonna look good if you just have a picture. It's gonna send a wrong message
Yeah,
to our
yeah,
kids.
Right. Right.
It's gonna send a wrong message to our kids. So yeah, and there's a lot of households that just have a mom, no dad, or no dad and no mom. So and look how messed up our kids coming up.
yeah.
True. True. True.
You know what I'm
And
saying? So, yeah.
hey, just to touch on what you're saying, bro. Like, I don't really see us as black men saying we don't need our women. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. You
It's
can't. You
it,
can't say.
yeah, it's
We,
We ain't gonna
always
say you can't say
yeah,
that.
yeah,
It's some men out here that carry that persona that they don't need a woman.
yeah,
yeah. But that man
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
that
yeah,
I
man
I
gonna
yeah,
gotta
mean,
I
identify
gotta
himself
remove
in out by
myself from
himself
that
too.
foolishness. I gotta remove myself from that foolishness.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
but
100%.
I'm just saying, as far as like you feel, I feel like we hear that more often from our black women
With,
that they don't
with
need us. Like I don't really see us as black men saying we don't need our women.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
True.
But Jeff,
It,
man, what's your take on?
I think it's like a push and pull method on it, like a upbringing of how it operate, how the system operate, and what we get away from. You know what I'm saying? Seeing how your mama grew up, because
Yeah,
or seeing how everybody grew up in the circumstances. It's just like I don't need no man because my mama did or I did like this, and I'm gonna say this, you know what I'm saying, men ain't stepping up like they should though. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
They want that,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? The women just probably get tired. We gotta get it, you know what I'm saying? Because dude play game too though. You know, women
mm-hmm.
get tired of saying,
Yeah. Yeah.
hey, I'm gonna do this and I don't do it. Like you said, you see a dude at the gas tank, a girl pumping her own gas, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
True. True.
Not knowing, you know what I'm saying? That goes to dudes not knowing how to, cope a woman right. So it's just a push and pull method, and you just get caught up in the scissors, the big web, like, damn, I don't need no man with, I don't know what to do with it, you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of them things like just upbringing or just don't know, you know what I'm saying? If they don't
Yeah.
know it, that's all they know is, hey, I don't need
Yeah.
no man. I know this saying from somewhere, I just know it's true because I'm paying my bills. So another, you know what I'm saying, no dude ain't come through to help and let them understand, or she maybe ain't ever never felt like a dude can do everything for, or they'll teach her the ropes and stuff until she meet that type of thing. So, well, with that mindset, she ain't gonna meet it because she'll push him away. So
so
it's just one of them
at
things.
that
Like,
at that point, is she damaged goods?
yeah, yeah, she damn it, but you know what I'm saying?
And
Hey,
yeah, she got to be
Is she,
willing to learn
yeah, is
though.
she
yeah, yeah, you know
damaged
what I'm saying.
goods?
So
But
it's
You know
just
what I'm saying?
I
maybe the right man or something, but at the end of the day, it is something that
yeah, I mean,
invented
yeah,
in them.
I feel like the right man gonna ask her, how did you even arrive here? You know what I'm saying? How did you even
Mm,
get here?
Yeah.
What who hurt
Yeah.
you? Or a more,
Hmm.
sensitive situation. I mean, a better way of communicating it. How did you arrive here? How did we get
mm,
here? You know what I'm saying?
And it
Because
sounds like
I
what
feel
Jeff
like
was
the man
saying.
is supposed to lighten the women's load anyway. You know what I'm
mm.
saying?
True.
And but they
I
can be
just learned a
they
lot
can
of
be 50-50. They can be
yeah,
50-50.
yeah, a lot of women hold on to trauma, so it's just like,
Yeah,
True.
you know what I'm
that's
saying, they
Yeah.
probably
For
use
why they
it
real.
as a they use that as a way to get through navigate through life. So when they see
yeah
something good and they pay, they just say, I don't need no man.
they
When
coming
I'm
in with
really
their
just trying to
guards up.
help you, you know
They
what I'm
coming
saying? I
in with
ain't
their
trying to
guards
knock
up.
you down.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to help you, you know what I'm saying? That
And
constructive criticism of like,
yeah,
hey, it might sound like I'm tearing you down because you ain't never heard it from this point of view.
yeah,
But in a
real
sense,
talk.
I'm
Yep.
really trying to build you up and let you know, hey, I got you, but you
hmm
can't see through it until it's gone again, or you may ain't never gonna see it. So it's just one of them things.
but
So
Yeah, man, it sounds like what you're saying. Like if they grew up seeing their mom doing everything,
yeah,
and
that's all they know.
it
Yeah.
probably was a struggle, but she made it out.
mhm.
She
Yeah,
looking at it like,
Hmm.
well, my mama did it by herself. I can do it by
Mhm.
myself. And another
yeah,
point to what Jeff was saying is men, A lot of us have dropped the ball, bro.
Yeah,
You know what
100%.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
we talked about it on
For real.
another episode about our fathers not being there, and
yeah,
then you
Yep.
got to realize like it's other, um, young women seeing that happen, and they like, man, my mama did all this on her own. Man, I don't need no man. I could do it by myself
yeah.
too, and like you said, kind of get passed down. But
Yeah.
So let me
yeah,
ask
we
y'all this: for the young man that's watching, how would you approach, or how would you encounter a woman that's saying or advocating, "I don't need a man"? How would you fix that situation into showing her like, "Hey,
That's a,
I can
that's a
switch
great
without your
question, bro.
feet." You know what I'm saying? Because
That's a great
your
question.
audience, if we sitting here talking about the black community, young men gonna want to know what is the solution to this problem. We state the problem, but what is the solution? How can I fix this for women?
Yeah. If they in that situation,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
if
mean, the
yeah,
they have
that's a
solution
good.
to
is you don't. The solution is you don't beat them over their head and by being judgmental
yeah,
on how they come. You don't reciprocate their energy. You know what I'm saying?
True, true,
You
true.
just you be open. You be open. You know what I'm saying? You hear them out, bro. You get an understanding because we our community lack getting understanding, bro. We jumped the gun, man. We
man,
jumped the
we
gun.
our community lack
Let's get an
emotional intelligence.
understanding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That communication cause a lack of communication cause discord, man. So
yeah,
I feel like you get a better understanding, feel of the female to see where she coming from, and you be that
Mm.
example. You know what I'm saying? I'm not what used to. I'm not that last guy to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? That's my
and,
take.
Yeah.
That's the solution for me.
and we really can
I
tell
s-
them like, hey, we can relate. Like I understand what you're saying because
Yeah,
hey, my mom didn't have a man really supporting her, so I get
100%.
where you coming from, but
Yeah,
just
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
let her know, hey, I'm not like that. I'm a man you can count on and really be there. Like Jeff was saying, a lot of us do be playing games.
yeah. Leave
So
with
Yeah,
if
we
we,
that.
know
Hmm.
we know when we can manipulate a woman
yeah,
though. That's
yeah,
all I'm gonna say.
oh yeah, we got
True,
some
true,
But
true.
arguments
sometimes,
out there.
sometimes you step
100%.
away from stuff. You know you can manipulate a. You
You
know what I'm
can't be
saying?
Yep,
a
Because
yep.
you
repeat of
know
what
you
they
got that
seen
some.
before.
So I'm like,
Yeah,
man, some
yeah,
women know they can get taken advantage of it. So
hmm
they do that. So, hey, she asked for the bare minimum. I'm gonna sit back and she ain't had me to pump, go make this
yeah,
gas. She
Yeah.
ain't had me to do
yeah,
it. So I'm knowing in your mind, you
yeah,
like, I need to be doing it. But you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You get comfortable because she ain't say nothing, but you get riding away.
hmm
And you ain't looking for a pretender. So get what? You know what
hmm
I'm saying? Once
Yep.
you leave, and she like,
And
I don't need no man for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it
yeah,
is
So
one
yeah.
of
what?
the things. It's
Let me
like
let me
a
hit y'all
cycle.
with another
and
question.
I say this though,
Go
before
ahead.
you do that, I say this though, it gonna come for the people watching too. You said, what will somebody do? They want to know, like, I'm in this, like, if you say, I'm in this way, what you do? It gonna come repetitive like a child. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because you're trying to get through their wall they got guarded up for the woman who trying to
yeah.
say,
glad
oh,
you
nah, you
said it.
just showing me.
Okay.
And it go back to, the men gotta be more not to give up if it worth it for
Consistent.
that woman. Yeah, consistent and it
Yeah.
gonna be
Something she ain't used
repetitive. It
to.
gonna be
Yeah.
the same
Yeah.
conversation, same, but it gonna be an action where when you trying to change something, you gonna get tested 5 times when you walk out the door. You feel
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So you gotta
Yeah.
stay true to you too
Yeah.
and say, okay, is she really worth it?
Yeah.
Just handle your business,
Yeah,
That's
and
how
they
I
go
come
and
in.
tie in. They're tied into their loyalty and respect. She did it.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. True. That's why I said it gotta be
Yeah.
worth it
Hey, it
though,
might be
So
like, hold
Yeah.
up.
It's
You know what
worth
I'm
it.
saying?
Cause
Do I see it through? Do I see
sometimes a
it through?
person hurt can be beyond you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
For
glad
Hurt
you
can
sure.
be
said
beyond
that.
you,
I'm
and
glad
you
you
got to
said
know when to
that.
wash your hands
Yeah.
and keep
True,
it
true,
pushing.
true, true, true.
You know what I'm saying? Her hurt may be beyond you, but that don't mean
Yeah.
you don't try. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
my next question is follow up question is Jeremy and Mr. J. You said something about a brick wall, and you said something about
Guard up.
guard up.
Yeah.
So when will be the right time to know like, hey, am I wasting my time, or do I continue taking down these bricks that she keep putting up? You said
It's like,
somebody said
You
repetitive.
I think as a
So
man, you'll know, bro.
yeah, it's like
I
somebody
say that,
said, somebody like, is it worth, like, is this female, do you feel like you got a future with her? You
Mm-hmm.
feel
yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, you can see, like, once she get past her trauma, like, I can see myself being with her,
Yeah.
then you will put
Hmm.
in that work to knock those walls down. But if you feel
Yeah.
like, man, I don't even see myself being with her like that,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
ain't
yeah,
gonna even
real
go
talk.
through all that work, bro.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, go by
but
there. You
but
gotta
you
Yeah.
have
gotta know
discernment at the end of the day too, man.
you gotta draw
Discernment
the
on what
line
you.
because in the process of healing her, are you destroying yourself?
That's when you, like I said, that's just part of when you know when to give up
Yeah,
or
yeah.
if it's worth it.
You know
And
what
it's
I'm
how
Cause
saying?
like you
strong
said, a
you
man
is.
gonna know.
You
A
can
man
And
gonna
go
know if
you
it
can
worth
go
it.
to the
healing
next
is a
one.
personal journey, bro. That's a
Yeah.
personal journey. Healing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's why important you
Yeah.
don't even get in a relationship unless you heal, bro.
yeah,
Right,
Because if
right,
you
right.
don't, you bringing your baggage over here. That
Yeah.
ain't got nothing to do
But
with
that's
me.
the
As
day.
a man,
Hey,
I'm gonna show you that I'm not what you used to. I'm gonna do my part, and if my part is
Hmm.
not enough, I'm
Kick
gonna
rock.
bust.
Okay.
And like I said,
Yeah.
you'll know it's at the end and draw. Like if you try everything on the
yeah,
board,
yeah,
you gotta exit out.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
okay, I tried this. I
yeah,
came
That's a
in with a
personal
different
journey,
approach. I
though.
tried this.
yeah,
Then you just exit out and just say, hey, I can walk away free
yeah,
saying, okay, I
yeah.
This
tried
boy said
everything.
draw up an audible.
All
Said
right,
draw
All
up an
right,
what you got, Ken?
we're gonna keep it moving.
All right,
Next
let's get it.
question.
Let's get it.
Has the culture made submission a bad word? Do I need to repeat it? Has the culture made submission a bad word?
When you say culture, what we speaking on?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Are
finna.
we talking about the black community, or are we talking about
We just saying
all
General,
in
straight
general.
general.
in
We
general?
just,
We'll say in general, has the world
okay
made
then. Okay
submission
then.
a
Yeah.
bad word?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't think so. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go back to I just know what I know like for the black community because I see the white they know how to be submissive, but I can't speak too much on that because I ain't that ain't my culture.
Yeah,
But for the black community, I say yeah because women think submissive is a weakness, and you got and I, like I say this all the time, tell Jeff all the time, like man, we more submissive than the women anyway. You
yeah.
feel
I
what I'm
remember
saying?
you. Hey,
Think
say
about
that
it.
again, bro. Say that
Think
again. Cause I
about it.
remember you said that.
I go to the I go of course we get out work doing 8 hour baby. You feel like going to the store? I don't, but let's go. You feel what I'm saying? We don't want to
Yeah,
push no buggy after 8 hour shift.
So
You
at
yeah,
feel
that
what I'm
point, are
saying?
we
It's
overly
certain stuff we
submissive?
do, you know.
Are we over
Huh?
submissive? Are we over
Now we
submissive?
just
Nah, I feel like
we the strong end though, you know. We gotta be the strong structure of the
But see,
whole
how
thing.
you know the difference between being overly submissive and making peace? Just like you said, you did 8 hours. You come on, you be like, man, let's go. Because if you don't hit up with that, let's go. It's gonna be some backlash. You know what I'm saying?
I say this, not no everyday thing. If you don't see her trying to compromise with you, they ain't the woman for you. Be like, okay, baby, you did have a long day. It's about communicating too, though.
yeah.
Communication is the key. Be like, baby, I really don't feel like going, but if you really need me to go, let's go. If she be like, okay, you know, she got to give a little heartwarming, like, okay, you right. Not every
But
day, but because someday we're gonna say, nah, I ain't doing it, you know. But it
I,
just
I,
depends on that woman and their
yeah.
relationship on the
I guess it.
communication.
Yeah. I feel like it's a different approach when it comes to that though, because you get out work. If you at work getting this job 100% and you get home and give your family 30%, something wrong. You feel what I'm saying?
you're right, bro.
You
Yeah,
got
yeah,
to know
true,
how
true,
to. You
true,
got to know
true,
how to decipher that.
true.
You got to get in that kind of like, hey, man, I gotta be strong for this family. I gave
Yeah,
this boss 100%. He come around good job,
Right?
and
Hey,
then
they're
you
real,
home. You like,
yeah.
oh man, I'm finna get her 20%. I don't feel like doing it.
That's
So
another
what we
perspective.
get misled on what you really can't, what you really doing it for. So
I
you know what
think
I'm
True,
it.
saying? She
true,
come
true.
in
So
and say,
that's
hey,
I
let's go to
like
the
that.
store,
I
man.
like that.
We go to
That
the
was a
store. Let's
different
go, man.
perspective.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
give
Yeah,
100% to her. I'm gonna give
yeah,
about 60%. They gonna get hey, it's
yeah.
above 50 and it's 10 more. So I always
But
try to do their approach now when I get into, you know what I'm saying, a situation where I'm like, hey man, I'm gonna get it down to best 60. They don't know what your 60 look like. It look damn good. But get it home, get it, hey, I'm gonna get her that 100%. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Or get her that
True,
get that 80%. As long as I'm getting more percent than work though, because we go hard for work. Hey, I'm a manager. I went all the way up
true,
to
true.
I made all the way up to plant manager. I'm like, damn, am I getting the same, you know what I'm saying, thing at home? So it was just one of them things like I had to learn how to just reconsider how I think. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, I'm going hard.
Balance,
I'm
work
leveling up.
balance.
Yeah. So it's just one of them. But back on the submissive, I feel like it's just unfamiliar to them though. You know what I'm saying? They hear the word, but you know what I'm saying, everybody picking it. What to pull out the word, you know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? Really just getting down and defining what it really means, because you know what I'm saying, a
True,
real submissive gonna mean like he reciprocating it, you know what I'm saying? We just ain't telling you, it just he
uh,
reciprocating,
we in
it's
this
just
true,
together.
more of
true.
a
Yeah,
we in it
Yeah.
together though. I'm being submissive to you, and you
bingo.
be submissive to me because I'm doing all your needs. But in reality, I'm like you say, I'm doing more to you. You know what I'm saying? Doing your feet. But when it comes down to you just being that, give me that. You know what I'm saying? Give me that 30% submissive is always gonna be like, okay, that's all we need. You know what I'm saying? She
Yes, sir.
cook, worry
Yeah,
about feet and stuff. No, it ain't hard though. Versus,
True,
I
true,
feel
oh man,
true.
like
we gotta go to be submissive. So
yeah. Hey, I feel like it depends on how you look at that word, bro. Because a lot of people cringe. It depends on where you
mhm.
in your relationship, marriage.
True.
Because I know early in my relationship, bro, when I said submit to my wife, when she was my girlfriend, and she's like, I ain't finna submit. Some women think they giving up themselves, giving up a part of
Yeah, for sure,
themselves.
for sure.
Oh, bro, I'm
Yeah.
not finna bow down to you.
Yep,
How do
yep.
you communicate her submitting to you? You know what I'm saying? I feel like nowadays you have to communicate her submitting to you by doing, we do it like you were saying earlier, we do it collectively. We do it together. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it boils down to your perspective on that word, bro. Because a lot of people feel like they gotta surrender. You know what I'm saying? Everything he or she tell me, and that
Nah.
ain't it. That could
Yeah.
be farther from the truth. But we can submit together. Let's do it together. You know what I'm saying? But it has been ruined. That word has been ruined. That word has
Mm-hmm.
ruined a lot of relationships,
A
bro.
lot of relationships.
Real
Again,
talk.
you know what I'm
A
Yeah.
saying?
lot of
But
relationships.
that's my take on it,
And
bro.
I'm
Well,
glad you said it because some men come at it like you got to bow down to me without even know
Yeah.
how to. You can't say bow down to you because you just the man. You got to be putting in your part too,
Bingo.
man.
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So it's like you can't just say I'm the man. I want you to
That's a
submit,
lot of
and
people's
that's the young
perspective.
culture. Don't even the young dudes. I say man don't even know how to do that. You can't
Nope.
just say she gonna
Well,
submit to you. She got to know what she. You got to lead her to something. You
yeah.
know, you can't lead her blindly though. So it
100%.
go back to all that. You know,
Rob, where
doing your
you at?
research.
Bro, what's your take on it?
I say, yeah, it's been ruined. People don't, the young age don't know that it's strength in being submissive,
Yeah.
being vulnerable. Like Mr. Jeff was stating in the last previous question, it's a push and pull. You know what I'm saying? If two parties pushing, what's really getting done? You know what I'm saying? Knowing a balance between when to know to submit. I'm gonna say this: you gotta know when to submit and how to submit. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? You can't just be out here overly submitting because that causes problem too. Because if you overly submitting, they were like, "Oh, you gonna do it?" You know what I'm saying? Oh, you done did 12 hours. You come home, oh, he gonna do it. Don't worry about it. And that's when the balance become corrupted or the balance uneven because you overly submit. You feel me? It's like, dang, does she care about how I feel? I'm tired. Like, but I think it has. But it is on us to show, the younger generation that being submissive and vulnerable is a strength. Because I'm you building trust, you building loyalty, and y'all building
Yeah.
principle and morals in y'all relationship.
Okay.
So, hey, I'm gonna ask you a question, Rob.
Yes, sir.
When it comes to submitting, are you a scorekeeper? You keeping scores, or what we doing?
I don't
Are you
keep
saying
record.
how much you do, how much she do, how
I
much I
don't,
do?
I
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
keep.
Because I feel like if you together, I feel
I
like
don't,
a good woman gonna know when her man need to chill, chill, baby. I got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
vice
that's why
versa.
I said, yeah, right.
So are you keeping score? That's the question. Are you keeping score
no,
on the
I don't,
submission?
I
Because
don't, I don't,
you said overly submissive. Is that you know what I'm saying?
I
I
don't,
mean,
I
I
don't, I
mean,
don't, I don't try to keep score. I'm be honest. I don't try to keep
yeah.
score. But it's like, man, if I'm going to the stove 7 days a week after work, and then I ask you, like, just have a meal ready for me, and that meal ain't ready. Oh
yeah,
boy, look out! You feel me? So it's like,
yeah.
man, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be some furniture moving. Nah, let me stop. But
Hey,
Oh,
look
it
out.
gonna be an argument. You know what I'm saying? I done hit everything you said. I done rubbed your back. I done took care of your feet. I done polished your toes. You know what I'm saying? Going out my way, and all I ask you to do is one thing. Oh man, it's time to get ugly.
And they go back to communicating though, man. If you communicate all that, you know what I'm talking
Mhm.
about? And then see how she reciprocated, like, okay, if she really can't understand, go back to evaluation. Okay, I did everything. Keep
Yeah.
checking off that list, you feel what I'm saying? So
So
that's
so
That's
why
what if
key
you
right there.
communicate and the job still don't get done? You know what I'm saying? She just kind
that
of
Have a
means she
plateaued
ain't
conversation, bro. It's time to
yeah, that's why I said that
continue to
means she
communicate.
ain't
Sit down, let's talk.
it means she ain't got no loyalty or respect.
at
Is
that
it
point.
worth it? You gotta ask yourself. You feel it go
Nah,
back to
yeah,
everything.
hey,
You
yeah.
gotta ask
And
yourself, is it
you
worth
got,
it? You
yeah.
know,
Look at how many
if you
times she
don't see
did it, though. If
nothing
it
out of
go,
it, you know.
like a
Yeah.
one-time scenario, you'll know how many times your woman did it to that deal, though. You know what I'm saying? When you first meet her and say, hey, we moved in together and do it, that might be a test run. But as
Yeah.
continue talking to her, though, you'll understand the ways, though, you know what I'm saying? And she probably tell you they be through there. Hey, just bring some food before I come, so it won't be lit. You know what I'm
That's
saying? So
why,
I'm just
yeah,
saying,
that's
it's
a
your
good point.
woman
Yeah.
at the end of the day, though. You know, so we got the general aspect of it, then you got your woman at the end of the day, because you and her,
True, true.
y'all different. You know what I'm saying? She act different toward whoever she with, though, and it's all about
I think one
how
thing
much.
that helped me as far as going back to what Mr. Brown said, keeping scores. I try to keep learning my wife's pattern. I learn her habits. You know what I'm saying? I'm still studying her, even though we've been together for more than 8 years. I'm still studying her. So another way I keep down confusion is, hey, when she get home and her stomach, I'm like, man, she been working 10 hours. I know she gonna be hungry. She ain't gonna have no time to cook for her next year. I'm gonna cook for her. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? I know when
y'all
she
doing a
get
good job.
home, she ain't got no gas in the car. I'm gonna go and get up and put gas in the car. You know what I'm saying? It just just knowing, studying your partner. You know what I'm saying? Stop turning a blind eye and just laying down and getting up. You just going through the motion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
We get
saying?
stuck in that trap sometimes like
Yeah,
that.
you
Yeah,
just
you just
go. You
gotta
Yeah,
can't just
we
communicate.
go through
both
the
be
Yeah,
tired.
motion.
Sometimes we both be tired.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it it
What
it
about you, Ken?
it. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Of course, yeah, we made it a bad word, man. Like you said, most women they hear that word, like you said, they go, "What? No, they think we asking
Your
them to
mama
be a,
done something that tell you.
they think we asking them to be a slave or something, man. Like
yeah,
no,
yeah.
yeah.
Real
you
talk.
know. And then like Jeff was saying, like they unfamiliar with it, like
Yeah.
they don't understand what it is to allow the man to lead. They probably haven't seen a man lead successfully,
Yeah,
so
Mhm.
like they ain't trying to submit. They like, nah, we ain't doing that one. But I feel like if more men, step up to the plate, man, these women will be more willing
It'll be
to
easier.
submit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
yeah.
like we do gotta prove ourselves to them,
Yeah.
For
yeah,
sure, for
until
sure.
until they see
Yeah.
more of us doing what we supposed to do. You know, it's gonna be that tug of war. But as far as me though, bro, I don't really have that problem. You know what I'm saying? And it because I've proven it to my woman. I
Mm.
done proved to
mm,
her, hey, I got you, I got us. So she
mm.
had no problem with trusting me leading her.
And I'm
Yeah.
gonna
I
say
think
this,
the most important thing before we
yeah.
move on to the next question. Jeremy, did you go?
I'm finna just,
Jeff
I'm
finna
finna
say
jump.
something.
Jeff, did you go? Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead. Go
No, I'm
ahead.
finna say,
Um,
with that being said too, though, we can't forget about that foundation. It got to be built on, though. It got to be God. It got to be built in a
yeah, yeah,
godly
for
manner
sure.
because
Most importantly.
I understand that, like now, like you got to build that God and that bond up
Foundation in there.
between you two before it go right, though. It might look like it going right, but if you ain't been praying together and make it like a God fearing thing for each other, though, man, it ain't gonna look right. It ain't gonna do
Yeah.
right. We need to
Yeah.
True,
talk
true,
about it.
true.
So I
Be out of
can
order.
say that though, what I'm saying, make sure you praying with your wife, what I'm saying, not just for her, with her,
So
what
you
I'm saying, so
saying
she
Yeah,
can,
submit to
yeah, for sure.
God and then
yeah,
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 submit to
yeah,
because
that's
it's
what I
God
gonna
and
come
want.
through
then
you
Second
though. It's gonna
nature.
come
you'll
through
learn
you
how to
though, because
Yeah.
submit to each other.
we get a lot
Yeah.
of saying like, oh, I
That's it.
pray for my wife though, and she probably say I pray for my man, but if y'all doing it together, but both of
True,
y'all
true,
can hear
true.
it and the man can hear
Together.
you, so that's just
Yeah,
something
Yeah.
that's
that
a learning process right there
yeah,
too, though.
that's a
Yeah,
learning process that I just say I'm gonna
yeah,
implement to my
Yeah.
next type of relationship
And
because
Yeah.
I feel like that
that's
was a lack
really,
of time.
bro, that's really like you said, bro. It started with that because as men, like
Yeah.
God, the head of Jesus, Jesus the head of us, and that's
Mm-hmm.
that's when like we following him. That's when
yeah,
our wife submit to us because first of all, she
Yeah.
already know. Oh, he submitted to God, so
Thank
I
mm,
can
you.
trust
mm-hmm.
where he
Yeah.
lead me to. So,
Mm-hmm.
For
like you
sure. For
said, bro,
sure.
that's really
Yeah.
where it started, man.
Yeah. For sure. For
And that
sure.
will weed out a lot of stuff. Cause if you praying
Mm-hmm.
together,
Submit to
it gonna
God, bro.
reveal half of the stuff gonna reveal right in front of you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Everything else
For
okay,
second
sure.
dang,
nature
I
after
know I
that.
need to do this, but don't ignore
Yeah.
them signs. Like, I know I need to do this. You got to sacrifice too at the end of the day. So you can't just,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, be doing this and say, okay, man, I gotta live this way, but you don't want to live that way because you see the sign. You put it in front of you, like, look, you gotta sacrifice this to be this way. So that's
Yeah.
the
So
part we be
that's
challenging with.
that's
I say,
amazing.
Hey,
I
man,
think
I
most
think,
importantly with submit, bro, we can't ask our significant other to do something we ain't doing, bro.
Mm-mm.
They
Mm.
Yeah.
submit,
right,
we over here
right,
chilling. They submit, we chilling.
yeah,
It's together. Like you said,
you're
it's
right.
together, bro.
and
Yeah.
man, I think Jeff just gave like a code to the guys. You want your woman to submit? Hey,
Man,
Yeah.
come on
Submit to
now.
pray
God.
with her,
Yeah.
and pray for her. And
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
Because
real
she
talk.
she
we get
listen
lost
Yeah.
to
in
them
we get
prayer.
lost in like yeah we
That's
get
cheat
She
lost in
code
listen to
right
praying
them
there
for
for
prayer.
her.
real.
Like I
Listen to
pray
Yeah,
over her.
that's
talk
what
to
I'm
Nigga, I
learning
God.
know,
there though.
but
To be honest, I'm
we
learning
praying
it
together.
now.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
Yeah.
She
For
want to
yeah,
hear
sure.
your
Definitely.
voice. Why you talking about so
Yeah,
she can understand what's
yeah.
going on. So
I say,
she might
I can
be
see it.
lost.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Like she
yeah,
listening to you pray to God for her. Oh yeah, she
Mm-hmm.
gonna follow you,
Oh
bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro,
She
yeah.
gonna
you
slide
did.
down
yeah,
there with you.
yeah.
Pray together. Yeah.
All right, we're
And
Most
gonna
that,
go to
definitely.
that
I'm
next one.
messing up a little bit.
All right, we're gonna go to this next one. What do men really need from a woman? And I'm gonna just give y'all a little context on it. I don't think we need a woman to cook and clean for us. Hey, anybody disagree with that?
It's nice to have, but yeah,
Do,
need?
do, do you need a woman to cook and clean for you?
No. No.
Nah.
It's,
that's a extra, this extra. You
hey,
know
You
what
don't
so
Yeah,
cook
look,
that's
for me.
hey,
extra.
You
Yeah,
so
don't
hold
yeah.
cook
on,
We
for
look.
gonna
me.
eat.
Hey, hey, hey.
So what do we need from a woman, man?
I feel like the answer to that
Support.
is kind of like what Jeremy said earlier, man. Men need peace, bro. We need
Man,
peace. We need
yeah,
understanding. You know what I'm saying? We need understanding. When I say understanding, like I get out of work, hey, baby, let me get like 30 minutes to decompress, get my mind right.
you're
Yeah,
right,
we don't
right.
want all that. But you don't want to see me. You ain't have to see me. You know what I'm saying? We want peace, bruh. We want peace and we want understanding, man. And a whole lot of
Yeah,
love.
true, true, true.
Boy, you set
Yeah.
a bar right there, boy. Hey,
Yeah.
boy, hey, you spitting
Yeah, I'm
today.
gonna say the
Boy.
same thing. It go back to even the first question, respect. You know what I'm talking about, and that part of the piece. Loyalty, you feel what I'm saying, and affection, because we got to be vulnerable somewhere. We be hard to the world, you feel what I'm saying. Bring them quality, the rest of it will trickle in. You feel what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, give me all that, respect me, loyalty, and just be affectionate with me. You feel what I'm saying. We need to hear that sometime. Hype me up a little bit. Like I'm glad,
Preach.
what I'm talking about. I be like I
Yeah.
said, that's the, and I'm gonna say this, like
That's a
from my
good.
own experience, I've been trying to, it kind of like you got to be in that little vulnerable spot. Hype me up a little bit. Tell me, hey, you look good today. I know I
Give
ain't
you
looking
some
good today, but
motivation.
tell me,
Yeah.
Yeah, give
is
you
it
some
different from
motivation.
your woman? You feel what I'm
Yeah,
Yeah,
saying? But
yeah.
yeah.
vice
He go
versa.
firm me.
Vice
Yeah.
versa. I used to be hard with my, I'm like, dang, she looking good. I ain't gonna tell her though. But it like, man, I gotta get it to her. That was me acting out. I'm like, man, I gotta be vulnerable, man. I'm like, you
We.
looking good today. So it's like, that's part of it too, though, man. Be a little vulnerable for her.
Who want to jump in?
Oh, I'm saying, need
What-
some nurture energy. You know what I'm saying? Need that nurture energy. Need that love, that feminine energy, you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Something to be, like you said, be vulnerable to, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
it ain't nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? We know that woman there for you, just go lay down and just be like, let's just chill in silence and feeling that energy. So, you know what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
Yeah.
just more about that. Like, I guess they come with peace too, though. So, just having that feminine energy, knowing she there for you, knowing she, showing she with you, though. Because, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like a, you know what I'm saying, woman to me, you know what I'm saying? So, at
Yeah.
the end of the day, it's just like you need,
Yeah.
hey, you need love and all the other stuff that come with
Yeah.
it too. You know,
Yeah.
I don't even think,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even think sex is an extra. That's a necessity too, though. You
Oh
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it's one of them things.
You
Where,
about to start a war,
hey,
boy. Hey, you
no,
about to
Hold
start
on.
a war, boy.
You
Hey,
said, hold on,
you better be
hold on,
quiet,
hold
me, the
on.
drill.
You
Boy, you
said,
about to start,
you
bro,
said
no,
bro.
they
I'm just
extra.
saying
Nah, hold
because
Hey, that
on.
no,
boy said
no,
that's a
no. That's what I'm
I'm
necessity.
gonna
saying
disagree
though.
with
We
that one.
all
There,
heard
I'm gonna
it. No,
disagree.
I'm just listening.
I'm gonna
I
disagree with
said it
that one,
ain't
boy.
extra, girl. I said it ain't.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm finna say
I would say, cause you know, man, you got to make sure your woman know, like, hey, this ain't, you always, 'cause they always get to that, but I ain't
there
just
ain't no
saying that.
choice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but yeah, I
That,
say that nurture energy too, though. Is their support system, though. You know what I'm saying? Not outside the bedroom, but their support system, like in tough times, know how to because sometimes you can't look at it in their point of view though. You know what I'm saying? Women got that point of view that they ain't got, that we ain't got. You know what I'm saying? We got the same, vice versa. So sometimes you got that in your corner though, is make it more level for you too though. So I feel like we do need them for that extra support when it comes to certain stuff though. Cause we'll be all be talking. Woman to come in the room and say, "How you just do it like this?" I'm like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but you know, I guess it's just
Come
one
on,
of them
Rob.
things.
communication, comprehension, support. Someone someone that got a good ear. You know what I'm saying? And positive energy. I think positive energy is one of the most important things because you go out into the world, you absorb all that negative energy. If you ain't been in a positive environment, when you come home, that's your solitude, that's your peace. Your
Yeah.
wife supposed to
Yeah, yeah,
wash all that away. You know, you looking for something for your wife to say something to you to brighten your day up. So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You need that positive energy, and then another thing is I don't want to start nothing, but sometimes your wife can be your backbone. You know what I'm saying? Be a support to you when you can't hold yourself up. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
she the other 50%. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, like I said, that's a complete picture. So basically, you need a woman for certain things, not just for cooking and cleaning. You know what I'm saying? But Mr.
Yeah.
Jeff Snap though, that man
Go
said,
ahead and say it, man. We ain't gonna start
man,
no war, bro.
No, no, I said we
No, I
ain't
thought
gonna.
he said it. I thought you
No, I
said you
said
don't
we ain't
need
gonna make it
sex.
like it's yeah. I said
Yeah,
don't
no,
try to
you
make it like
good,
it's
bro. I understand what
offensive.
you're
Yeah,
saying, Joe. I'm talking about Rob.
yeah.
He like
No, I'm
he
talking
can
about
say what he
Ryan. I
want
ain't
to say.
saying it in a
I,
backward.
I'm gonna
I
say,
ain't
I'm
Hold
gonna
saying
on.
say,
it.
That,
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say
I'm
this.
gonna
No,
ask
I'm
you.
gonna
You
say this.
said you don't need or you do need, bruh.
Sex is something that you do need. It ain't no it
Okay,
ain't
all
no
right.
extra
So you do
It's
necessity.
need.
Yeah, that's
very
why I was
important.
I'm
It's
gonna
confused.
very
say, I'm gonna
important,
No,
bro.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Cause you know what I'm saying. Women play mind game. They act like it's just you know what I'm saying. But this I do stand on stand on business with this.
I'm gonna
Mm.
say sex is needed for men because at the end of the day, I
Oh
believe
yeah, for sure.
The
a lot of
decompression,
things
bro.
can be done through sex. And what I mean by that, like
Hmm.
when you and your lady exchange energy at night, you feel me? Y'all evoke feelings on each other to the point where I'm gonna take care of her, make sure she got this double bag. And your woman be like, let me get in there and make this man some tacos. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So you put it
yeah,
down the right
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Yo,
yeah.
that
There you
that
go.
hey,
Yeah,
listen, that root right there sprouts into a tree. So now all
yeah,
that positive energy being spread and stuff like that, and
yeah,
then, most couples don't admit to when they come home, frustration be high. So you need a relief.
Yeah.
You need a relief and a release. You know what I'm saying? So
And
hey,
look, that's why I said,
you ain't
yeah.
gonna release that at night. They gonna go
There
into
you
the
go.
next day.
There
Now,
you
hey,
and
go.
look, that's the
hey,
I'm
you
cheat
waiting
want
on you to
none
code.
get to it.
for. You don't want to change no oil. You want to change no tires. She don't want to cook for you. All y'all had to do was lay down there and
Yeah,
make. Feel me?
yeah.
So
And that's why I'm finna say, bro, that's the cheat code for the women right there who really trying to, man, that's the cheat code. Not every time, but like for
yeah,
your woman, if y'all building a
Out of here, boy.
relationship, y'all been
yeah.
together, man, this stage going, man, I pick up the
Man,
hot vacuum under her. You know
man,
what I'm
hey,
talking about? Hey,
that sex is the foundation of a lot of things
they go,
because people
Gotta
people
be in
how
a
they
just
gonna
simple.
people
take
It's
just
under
look
simple.
at
It's
her?
the
simple.
physical aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? They looking at the physical aspect of it, but
Yeah,
in actuality, energy's being exchanged, and then you are releasing a drug called I ain't gonna say a drug, but something a hormone being released called oxytocin.
yeah, yeah, yep.
So with
I
that being
read it
released, you
before.
know what I'm saying, that comes from, you touching your spouse, you being under your spouse and stuff like that. So they give you that sense of high. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a relief and a release. Man, if you go on the next day with negative energy, man, ain't nothing get done. Don't ask me
Not
about
to
no
mention
weather.
what you ready to do after that, bro. You
Man,
ready to take on the world.
you ready
All
to
right,
take
you
Come
get
on
me
on
some. I
now.
need
down.
something from the corner store. I'll be right back. Yeah,
You know what I'm
let's
saying? You can
go.
let that Charlie horse out your back go. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's the key to it right there, though,
You know,
man. That's the
hey,
key to it.
Yeah,
Hey, what you got, Ken?
Kind of like what I was just listening to what you guys was saying, and like I kind of sum it up like balance, cause like you
mm-hmm.
said, we as men we be hard and tough, but that woman soften us up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like Jeff was saying, that nurturing, like, bro, I like just being up under my woman, or she
Mm-hmm.
clipping my fingernails, or you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, like that type of stuff
Yeah,
where you
yeah.
just can lay there, bro, and just be at peace, and like you ain't even really
hey,
worried
hey,
about nothing.
man, you over
You
there
know what I'm
getting
saying?
spoiled. You over there
Huh?
getting spoiled. Hey,
You know, hey,
hey,
it
what?
kind of like,
Hey, you over there getting pampered.
Yeah, but
I'm
look,
really
he
just
looking at his
giving
Hey,
y'all
hands right
like the
now.
boy,
details of the beat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all saying
your wife
peace.
hosting
I'm
summer
just,
camps.
Go
huh?
ahead, bro. Hold on. Go
Hey,
ahead. Go
hey,
ahead.
Oh,
hey, your wife hosting summer camp, bro.
Oh, talking
Just saying,
about giving out them
just saying,
lessons.
just saying, bro. Hey,
It's just I really was just trying to give a like an example of the
yeah,
what brings us peace
Yeah.
as a man. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
Yeah, for
yeah.
real.
All right.
All right, man. Last question, man. Um,
Uh-oh.
does a woman's body count really matter, and should it matter?
That's
Come on now, fellas.
No, I said, look,
I'm
the
gonna
numbers
say,
in it.
I'm gonna say in reality, it really don't matter. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
In a way where, I mean, you want to know where she came from on the background side. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, I ain't just saying if she was. I ain't saying like if she was a prostitute, let's go over with. But as far as if she was dating and then her relationship and y'all old and y'all mingled together, and that it really don't matter. You know, that's how I look at it. Because I'm looking, I ain't finna judge you on your body count unless you was a prostitute, really on papers. You know, but as far as if you had relationship stuff don't work out. You know, of course you're gonna have, and I want her a little season. I'm gonna just be honest. Like, I don't want. I ain't. I mean, I ain't.
Holy
I
shit.
ain't. I ain't saying it like that. I'm saying this. How I'm saying like. I
You
don't
know what
want
I'm
no,
saying?
you know how people be saying
Razzle dazzle. Boy, you
virgin.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't want that because it's like she gonna be curious. You gonna go through the whole phase, man. I'm just being honest. Everybody went through their whole phase, and that's part of the game, man. I'm just being honest, real unfiltered on it. So I'm just being. So it's like it's a process with that. I ain't gonna go into detail, but it's a process with that though. But
I
I
mean,
think it don't matter though. Me,
I mean, it's important to know. I need to know
Oh man,
that
hey,
number.
don't
If that number
me
too
put you
too.
crazy,
on.
bro,
I don't want to know.
that number too crazy. I might cut my losses. That's just me though. But some people aren't even mature enough to even have that conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah,
because they're
Who's
in a
to say
lot of
you even
relationships
know her
before they
count? You know what I'm
begin.
saying? Who's to say she's gonna give you the right count?
You right.
But for me, I feel like that
right.
count matters, bro, because it shows you what type of woman you're dealing with. But then again, we all have a history. You know what I'm saying? We try to move forward and build something together. I think that count is a man. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, it's hard.
I
It's hard. You think
It's
about it,
I
hard
think
man. It's
because
hard.
they gonna turn around and flip that thing and be like, well, you was and you was. So what's
Come
the
on,
problem?
man.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know, bro. I'm torn between that, but
yeah,
Because
yeah.
you gotta think about it. The men body
yeah,
count kind of already be high, so it's like, of course they sleeping with the women, so
maybe
it's like,
back in the
okay.
maybe back in the day, but these days the women,
They about the
hey
same now, huh?
man, hey, it's neck for neck.
we is.
Boy, you be in the corner crying somewhere once you
That's
find out
what I'm
you get
saying. You ain't mature enough to
So,
even. You don't even want the answer to that question
Yeah,
right these
yeah,
days.
yeah.
You don't want the answer to that
Hey,
question.
but
But
that why I
I'm
go
in my
back to,
I'm
man.
locked
Oh,
in. We good. But I'm just saying,
I think it
yeah,
depends
yeah.
on
if you can't handle the truth, don't answer. Don't ask.
I think it depends on the plans for the woman. You know what I'm saying? If you just messing with her, just having fun, nah, the body count don't matter. If you plan on
Build something. Yeah.
girlfriend or something like that, I ask a lot of questions. But if you plan on marrying her and that young lady got over 500,000 miles on that body, listen,
Hey,
let that young lady
But
go.
who, like you
I'm a,
said,
I,
who, how you gonna really know for sure? You just going by word of mouth.
you know
She
You
what?
tell
you
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 too.
will know when she hit that bedroom. You know what I'm saying? You
I
will
feel like
know.
to give yourself a sense of peace, bro. We gotta normalize, and this is what I did early in my relationship. We gotta normalize. Let's go get tested together.
Okay.
Okay.
What's wrong with that? Let's go get tested together. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You put the little mind at ease. You don't get caught up in them numbers, bro. Don't get caught up in them numbers. If you trying
That
to
and,
build
that,
something where the
and,
numbers
and,
don't matter, but
yeah.
bro, I don't know, bro. If you can't handle that, don't.
The
Back to that.
numbers don't matter, but at the end of the day, you got
It
from
matters.
the fifth floor come tell you, yeah, I had her. You know what I'm saying? She was a blessing. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be saying that looking crazy. You gonna be hurt, bro. And this
No,
your
we don't.
wife
We,
we talking about.
we don't want to. We'll tame the numbers, bro.
Ooh.
We don't want
Jeff.
them numbers. We don't want
Jeff.
them
hey,
numbers.
I'm saying it matter to it don't matter. Let's be real, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
No,
Yeah.
you can,
Yeah.
it matter to this point in time. 3 years from now, somebody else got and doing their thing. So it's only matter to the point, if, you know what I'm saying, your ego or what you really think. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Unless you just really know. And it depends on how she carry herself, though. So at the end of the day, if she carrying herself like this, yeah, and she ain't really acting
Yeah,
wild, you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Y'all looking at the one that act wild out here doing it. If she just going through the levels of life and just really just got caught up in the mix. It just is what it is, though. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
We
We
are.
Yeah,
we
you can
gotta look at the
yeah.
women
Yeah.
like we look at ourselves, though. We just going through the mix, though. If you going for attention, though, but she gon' like I said, she gonna carry herself different if she really trying to fix herself, though.
Build
You know what
something
I'm saying?
with you.
Because what if she prayed about it and said, forgive me for the sin? You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? She prayed with God about it. She ain't gonna tell you no more because she forgave that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of them things like
True,
how
true.
she carrying herself, though. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't nothing that we can get stuck in. It's just one of them things like how we gotta maneuver through life at the end of the
Yeah.
day because she can go cross country and cross town. Somebody gonna settle for what it is, though. So we gotta look at it like, let's be real. It only matter till it don't matter. You know, that's how I feel about it, though. Cause we ain't gonna really know the. We might know the real answer. We might
We gonna
don't. You know
never
what I'm
know.
saying?
So it's just
Just
in
like
Yeah.
you
the
said, do
song
you really
telling.
want to know the answer? So
Is
it's
it
just one
really
of them things.
important to you?
Exactly.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
carrying
You're
herself
gonna
the
go down the
way a
rabbit hole.
proper way. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And then you just gotta be, just gotta be willing to understand, like, hey, this life at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Look at
playing
it like
chess and
that. Yeah.
we playing chess and Monopoly at the same time. You know what I'm
For
saying?
real.
At
What
the
you
end
got,
of the
Ken?
day.
I mean, I say, like it kind of depends. Cause I was thinking about it. I was like, let's say you get to know her first, and you get to feeling her first, and then you ask the number, and you and in your mind that number is higher than what you wanted to hear, and but you already kind of
Invest.
attached to her.
Oh, okay.
You may be like, okay, I've gotten to know her. I like the person that she is. And
Yeah.
then, like Jeff was saying, this is how she's carrying herself now. If
Now.
she's
Yeah.
still acting
Yeah,
like
true, true, true,
if
true.
she's still acting like a woman that's out here in the streets, and you
Yeah.
hear that number
Mm-hmm.
that's too high for you, then
Leave it
you
up.
probably should keep it moving. But
Mm-hmm.
if she's carrying herself in a way that like, hey, that's who I used to be, I've changed, then it
True,
shouldn't
true,
matter,
yeah.
bro. But then I'll say this, where everybody have their preference. Like somebody might be like, I don't want nobody with kids, or I don't want nobody with this. And some people may be like, I don't want nobody that they had this many sexual partners. And
Yeah.
to each his own. Like if that's your preference, stick to it. But I
Mm-hmm.
want to say this too: you may be missing out on a good woman. You
Yeah. That's why I
feel me?
say go get tested together.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
yeah, yeah,
like you
yeah.
said, hey,
Yeah.
go get tested. You ain't got
Yeah,
nothing. Okay, let ride.
yeah,
So
True,
yeah.
true, true.
if I would like at first, if you would have asked me this early in life, I would have been like, yeah, man. But
Yeah.
now,
Yeah, yeah, real
Now you
talk.
yeah.
matured.
But now, and like Jeff was saying, bro, God forgive her. So
Yeah.
hey, we ain't no
True,
faith
true.
in God, homie. So we gonna
For
hold this
real.
against her. When God don't even hold it against her.
You
But
might miss out. Yeah. You're
like
right.
I said, you could miss out on a good woman looking at that. But like I said, if she got a number that's too high for you and she carrying
Yeah,
herself
just
in a
keep it
certain way
moving,
that you don't rock with, then let her go, bro. Cause it's possible she gonna keep doing, what she been.
What's too high of a number?
it's
Oh,
just
here
your
we go.
preference over
Here we
here.
go. Here we
Hey,
go.
hey,
What's too high
everybody
of a
wanna
number? I'm
You can't get caught up in
You
the
can't,
numbers though,
yeah,
man. If
you
you
just, I'm
can't
just
just
know.
asking
serious,
y'all
if you
More than
really
my
preference.
trying to
fingers,
change,
I'm
dog.
saying if you want to get on a realistic point of view, you know what I'm saying?
you gotta look at the age and the number too, though.
what you
Yeah,
say,
You know
yeah.
what
double
I'm
digits,
saying?
JB?
More than my fingers. You hear me? That's too many.
Hey, bro, it's good you married, homie. Cause hey,
Yeah.
these
Hey,
women
hey,
out
Yeah.
here
hey,
now,
hey, hey,
I'm
hey.
locked in.
Hey,
I'm like
I'm
this.
locked
I'm
in.
just asking, from a different
I'm just saying,
perspective.
we just hey, this for the audience. This ain't, hey, this ain't for
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
And
yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
asking.
yeah.
Like for
Right, right,
guys
right.
that had different ideas and stuff like that. I'm married, so
And
folk
even
look
in
at
my
us.
past, that's too many. Even in my past, that's too many. More than my Eve right here. That's too many, bro. That's too many.
Yeah.
That's just me though. We
anybody
But
all
see,
else
at,
want
at,
to
at
y'all
this
answer that
said
moment,
number?
something.
I'm being I'm mature at this moment. We ain't that ain't
Yeah,
even.
yeah.
Just need to hit on that at this moment. You
I
know
mean,
what I'm saying?
hey,
Look,
y'all don't gotta share your number, but if you want to share
Oh,
it,
I ain't saying my number. I'm
I'm
just
just
saying.
saying,
He said
female
how many
walk
is
up
too
to
many.
you, you
Oh,
Oh,
like,
you talking
yeah,
about dudes share their number?
No, I ain't
yeah,
saying
like
my
like
number.
no,
what's like for you, Jeremy, what would
yeah,
be
like
too high of a number for a female for you?
Man, like I said back then, I mean now I'm married
let's
now,
go
but
for
it's
back
like
then. Let's go for back then. What was too high for you?
Way back in the time.
Yeah,
back
like
then I ain't even ex back then, but now looking at life now, it's like dang, but I ain't ex back then. Back then, if I was like, I say around 22. If she, I'm saying no, I'm
what?
saying my 22
Oh,
age, my age.
I'm gonna
Yeah, yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah. I lied. 22. No, I'm saying if it was 22 and you was already at 7, it's over with, I
Oh,
ain't.
for real. Yeah, yeah. I got you.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
talking about
So
when
they
you in
just, that's what
life?
I'm saying.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. But
yeah. But I feel like if somebody that's trying to build something, bro, that at the end of the day, that number
And that's
is
why
yeah.
I
You
was
gotta.
like, it
and
number
depends
don't
on
matter.
the application of like, is you gonna,
yeah,
you
yeah,
want a relationship, or do you want to marry her? You know what I'm saying? That's when you start asking about her background. But if you just having fun, who cares? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. I
Yeah,
mean, I feel like
that
that's
come
like
with it.
giving.
That come
Like,
with it. You having fun?
yeah,
I'm
that's what I
yeah,
say.
cool.
I feel like that's giving. Like, you just having fun. You don't care,
The
what it
number's gonna be
is.
Uh,
crazy.
But this,
yeah,
this
yeah,
question
yeah,
for
for
like
sure.
somebody you plan on building a
Mm.
future with. Like, do it matter?
but
You got
just being on
And like
social
Jay
media,
said, don't ask if you don't want to know. Don't
That's it.
ask.
hey,
You don't
man,
If
want
it's
to know?
a,
Don't
you
if
ask.
don't
it's a
know.
Somebody
Hey,
ain't
burden
gonna
on
answer
hey,
that
you,
question, bro.
don't
They're
ask.
gonna play. They're gonna play on their side.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Play for
especially
keys.
especially if you already feeling her, bro. You
Yeah. Don't
probably
even ask that
Yeah.
don't
question.
even worry about it.
Don't worry about
don't
it.
even bring it
But
up.
have
Don't even.
But for the people who watching it though, for the people watching it, if there's one of their standards, they stand on business with
Stay
it. 'Cause
on,
everybody
yeah,
got their own little,
100%.
preference. So we can't we can't dictate what
Yeah,
they think.
look.
But if they got a girl they feeling and they say it's their preference, cut off if you too high for you.
I'm gonna say
I'm just
this.
saying.
I know women. The thing is, women be real with us, but come on, now. Women got this. Hey, women got this secret thing. Like they can take it to the grave. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So,
Ooh.
so that number, you really gonna hear. You ain't gonna hear. You just gonna be in a multiply and subtract.
It
You
gonna
Right,
be,
know?
yeah,
right.
So
yeah.
it
It
just
gonna
one
be
of them
Mm.
things.
somewhere in the
Like,
ballpark.
let's be
That's
real
why I
with it.
don't
You know
even
what I'm
ask,
saying?
bro. You
We
gonna have a
want that.
rabbit hole.
That's
Hey,
why I
Cause
we
said
want
if
our
you
women to
if
be
you want to
honest
know
as
the number next,
possible.
you want to know how
Hey,
did he hit it. You know what I'm saying? It's
you
like,
gotta.
just
You ain't
leave it
gonna.
alone,
You
bro.
ain't gonna know it. You ain't gonna
Yeah,
know it for sure though. You
So,
know what I'm
Mr.
saying?
I
Jeff,
All
what
you
you
know
reckon
is
saying
yeah,
go
is don't even
go
worry about it.
yeah.
Don't even just
Yeah,
leave it
go by
alone.
how she move, go how she acting, go by her
yeah,
hygiene.
that's
I'll
the
tell you.
real. Yeah, go how
Okay.
Like
she
her
move. Yup.
hygiene, her
Trust
testing,
the
how she
vibe,
carrying
baby.
herself though, you know what I'm saying?
Trust the vibe.
If she ain't,
Oh,
she
hey, these women, hey, man, hey, they dress nice, man. But ain't no telling what them insides carry now. I'm telling, hey, Mr. Jeff,
Hey,
hey,
he
hey,
about to
listen,
start a war for real.
they dress nice, man. They wear good makeup. You know what I'm saying? They wear good clothes.
he turned into a beast, man.
And she,
Hey, they go
hey,
back to they go back to
Hey,
your
he finna
preference
start a
though.
war.
They
Hey,
go back to your
for
hey,
preference.
real,
you know what I'm saying? So you fooling
hey.
yourself at the end of the day. How you know
Trying
what's true and what's not true?
So this a follow up question.
to get
So
on world
so the
star.
men. So do the men have to have a, like when the women ask the men about the body count, is they gonna be kind of like a different story? Cause
Oh,
the
they gonna tell the
men,
truth.
I
They
feel
barely, oh, I don't know.
I feel like
They
most
done-
see,
men tell the truth, bro.
Yeah.
And
That's a
but
yeah,
fact.
I believe another reason too, for some reason, like we're not looked as bad like a woman,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
and
was just
our
yeah,
gonna say
numbers
that.
can be our numbers
Uh,
can be 3 times more than hers. You see what I'm
And
saying?
see,
But
the
yeah,
problem is, we look at the woman's. If we out there, stacking up on body counts, that's like a record. That's being competitive. But if we look at a woman, her body's supposed to be sacred. So if
yeah,
she out there giving her body away, and you hear about 100, and you like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Your body ain't sacred. You know what I'm saying. Everybody done had a piece of it.
yeah.
I don't want it.
like,
I don't want it.
But it's kind of hard to think about.
yeah, but
Like,
that's a
look at a
double
different point
standard,
of
like,
view,
bro.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's
it
a
is.
I've
double
had
thing. Like,
conversations.
come on, what you in the pond with the same women you been around?
Yeah, it's one
How you
sided.
gonna
Because like you
manipulate? You know
said,
what I'm saying?
a
Come
man body
on, man.
count. Oh man, I salute you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Woo woo.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
But
I'm
at the
yeah,
end,
yeah.
saying.
a woman, they looked at as, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's like,
Hmm.
you out here
but it's all
dipping
the
and dabbing.
same. It's all the same.
Hey,
It is if you think about it.
it's like it really like we don't put no value on our own body, bro.
There you go. Though I said it's the same.
You see what I'm saying? Like we don't put no value. We you know what I'm saying? We thinking we accomplishing something, but we ain't put no value on our body. If
Where we at in
any
life now,
Oh
any
yeah,
And
woman
it's the
can get
yeah,
same,
us
bro.
down,
yeah,
and
It's the
that
I
same.
same
think
thing
you
for
gotta
us.
think
that's more of
about
a
it. It go,
it's more of an ego stroker.
Yeah,
yeah,
Oh
Let's
yeah,
that's
be
it.
real. Women like the badness sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to bedroom. So if you say, "Hey, I got this mount," it's an ego stroke for them. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? They
let me
might
try it out.
act like they might act
yeah,
like
Yeah,
they
let
like
me
they
test
oh
it
he
out.
messed up, but they still gonna try to see what's going on. But let's be real, man. They like the
And,
Yeah,
badness in
and
the
and some women
bedroom,
like
so
that these days.
it's more of an ego stroke to say, "Oh yeah, I got a record."
it
Let me
is
see.
true.
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Let's be
They'll
real.
say, I
Now
heard
you got
something
some
about
women that
you.
don't do
I heard this about you. I'm gonna leave you alone. I ain't gonna mess with you. I
it.
heard you this.
Yeah, but
But yeah,
yeah,
they
they
want they
just
gonna
want to.
see want to
That
see it.
man said had
Yeah.
her built up like a press.
So it's an ego stroker for us though to get to win them over though. You
Yeah,
gotta
but
tell them what they want to hear
it's all the
sometimes.
same, bro. It's all
Yeah,
the same.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Go back, yeah.
It's
Go
all the
back to the
yeah,
same.
yeah,
same.
yeah, for sure, for sure, for
And it go
sure.
back to like you said, she really gonna tell the truth. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
So how
let me
many
let me let me
think
ask
about the
y'all.
percentage of men that dealing with this girl to say, okay, you my first, you my second, you my third. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to really just really say, okay, you believe her for real. We can't really do no check on it.
Oh, we
So let me
can't.
ask y'all
So
something. For the young man that's out there watching, when it comes to the body count, what should they do, to keep themselves fit, for a good woman. You know what I'm saying? How not to rack up that body count to where that body is not valued to the next woman they meet.
hey,
you saying for the men?
Yeah, for the young men out there. Basically, what I'm saying is for the young men out there, how to prepare them or get them tips on how not to rack that body count up so high to where their body ain't valued
all
before
right, I
settle
got
down.
you.
Go ahead, bro.
Like like I said, really, we gonna keep it real. We're gonna start with what God said, bro.
Hmm.
And like I think we as a society, like we've got so far away from God saying no sex before marriage, bro. Like
True, true.
it's like, bro, people hear that they like, man, you joking, right?
That's
It's
one
like
person
we
said
place no value on sex, bro. It's almost like equal to shaking hands and stuff. You feel me? Like ain't no value on sex. So
True,
what
true.
I tell them, bro, either you gonna follow the world's way or you gonna follow God's way. Hey,
100%.
I did not follow God's way, but I ain't know no better.
Hmm.
I'm gonna keep it real. And wasn't
True, true,
nobody
true.
around me really living like that. So
Yeah.
what I'm trying to do, like if I'm raising my kids, bro, I'm trying to raise the standard for them. I'm preaching to them, hey, bro, no sex before marriage. No, I'm preaching it to
Yep.
them. And let's say they may not do it, but let's
Yeah.
just say because they've been trained that way, their body count will be real low because at least they had something they was trying to achieve.
Work towards,
When
yeah.
we were coming up, bro,
Yep. Yep.
it wasn't even a standard. Like I said, we were preaching for,
Exactly.
hey,
Yeah.
Going
knock as
crazy.
many down as you can.
Yeah.
But first of all, we got to get away from that, bro. We got to, hey,
Man, for real.
like as men,
Yeah.
we got to value our body too, bro.
Yeah. I mean, we gotta pay it forward, bro. It's like you tell the young fellas, bro, don't do it my way. You know what I'm saying? That don't make you no man. That don't make you cool. All these
It don't,
body
bro.
counts.
Yep.
You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Take your time. Be a kid as long as you can, man. And if you're struggling in that department, you feel like you want to tilt over that way, go, do what you ain't supposed to do. Not yet, not before marriage anyway. But you got to get a support group around you, bro.
Yeah, that's
Like-minded
what
people that's gonna keep you from falling from the left to the right, bro. Keep you right here with it. So yeah,
Mm. So do y'all
That's
still
part of
believe
it.
in the stand up guy? Do you think it's still an era for stand up guys?
yeah.
I think that's a question for the women. Like, do they want their dude to be?
You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I'm
Cause
saying? Then you start getting into
Yeah.
questions like that. Do they want their dude to be more experienced than that? Because they might leave for not being experienced. I ain't saying it go against the guy way, but
Yeah. It
I'm just
go. But
saying
yeah.
like you
Yeah.
got to look at like damn, you know what I'm saying? You got to make sure you get yourself in the environment where the women,
And
saying
then
praise that
though,
type of stuff.
for the man that want to live like God way, bro, just find you a godly woman, bro.
Yeah. So
True.
You know what
True.
I'm
most
saying?
It, it
definitely.
Like
boiled down to it. Yeah.
you gonna have to. You can't be no godly man and think you finna get that
Mm-hmm.
worldly woman. She gonna look at you as you lame. You a square. But
Hmm.
because she don't know no better, because she deceived. So, bro, just get you a godly woman too, bro, and rock out with her,
True.
man.
True.
Straight like
Ezekiel?
Yeah, man. Hey, it's been a great conversation with you guys. Real talk, no filter. Anybody wanna got something they want to promote? Jeff, I know you got the straight like that. You want?
yeah, I got the straight like I ain't got it on, but I got straight like that underscore collection. Check it out, and I got another one dropping. Lock culture, all the locks. You know what I'm saying? So working on their website.
Okay,
Check it out.
for the audience, that's a apparel brand. Jeff
Yeah,
got
that's a
it.
straight like that. Yeah, straight like that clothes collection. Look it up on Google. Straight like that underscore collection, and check it out. Hit me in the inbox. And I'm working on another website for that lock culture though. So that one going pretty good right now. So I'm ready to push that one out. So
All
pretty
right.
much it.
Anybody got some? Anybody else got something they want to promote? That's it.
You know. Yeah.
All right. Hey,
Yeah.
what else, JB? You finna say something?
No, man. Just hey, tune in. First off, I appreciate the panel, man. Appreciate y'all. But tune in if you haven't already subscribed. RTC podcast, man. Lock in, man. It's for the culture, man.
Yeah,
For the, you
yeah.
know what I'm saying.